you are a person who you don't fit into a box, and the world may try to put you into one. I want to talk about maybe the choice to remain yourself and to not feel like you have to be something or something else. Like, how did you come to that choice?
A dear friend of mine, Jamil, we call him Smooth back home, but a dear friend of mine, one of my best friends in the world, he told me one time, because he used to have this affinity for people that I thought somebody would change or something would get good. And he asked me this one thing. He said, "Bro, if you could listen to your gut, you could tell me one time in your life that you didn't already foresee this coming, or you already knew this person was going to do this, but you chose to give them the benefit of the doubt. But you knew this in your gut the whole time." He said, "If you can tell me one time in your life that your gut has ever been wrong, your gut feeling has ever been wrong, I'll shut up." And I couldn't say one time. And I started from then on listening to my gut. If so I feel something stirring in my spirit, I avert immediately. I talk about things when they happen. I don't swallow things. I just trust my gut, and that's all you can do. It just, this is the only thing that has your back.
Right. Smooth, he got you with that.
Yeah,
he said, "Tell me one time."
That's my fucking dog. Yeah.
He gagged you a little bit. I fear. So tell me about Lose Control, right? Like, that song was born out of a 4-day writing camp, right? What were you thinking about? Was it equal parts being and connecting to the lyrics, or was it like, I need to nail the intricacies of this track? Like, how much were you thinking about it?
I was really in a bad place at the time. I was with somebody that at the time was not really like, I don't want to say anything terrible about the person, because she's not a horrible person, you know, but it was just a bad place, and we were not meant to be together, you know, and I was sinking in a lot of ways. And I remember just sobbing that day, and I wasn't wanting to talk about it. And thank God for Julian Brunetta and Mickey Echo and Ammo and some of the best guys in the world that I'm able to help me put my feelings into words, you know, and put them into songs. And I think that song was about, we had built this lifestyle based on like the certain things our lifestyle was doing. We kind of came codependent on each other and the lifestyle we were living together. And so if somebody tried to clean up or stop doing this or that, you know, it was like our substance was the substances we were using, you know? And so it just really sunk us down into a deep spot. And I'm really grateful now that song was so specific in my life at the time. And I'm so grateful now, though, that it had the success it did, because it's helped me like channel my trauma into some celebration with loads of people now. And I feel less alone. I had somebody tell me that my feelings were crazy or weren't allowed to have them. And I think that's one of the things in life. You have to, like, if anybody ever makes you feel like you aren't allowed to feel something, then they should not be in your life, you know?
Yeah. Well, I guess that like brings me to my next question of how open and honest you are in your lyrics. Like, you tell us exactly where you are, where you've been, in the ways that you emote with your voice, but also in the things that you say. How did you get to the point where you knew what to share and what to keep kind of for yourself?
I stopped keeping things for myself. I try to move as honestly and openly as I can. And I think that attracts people that will be willing to do the same or accept you as you are and right where you are. And I'm not perfect, or I'm not like, I don't think there's anything meant to be. I mean, of course, there are some things that you're supposed to hold to yourself, of course, like, but I try to be honest and move. And I feel like I've been so lucky to get this opportunity and get this job, to have a place that I can come and put my stuff in and have people let me know I'm not alone, you know? And so I felt like the more honest I become, the more honest life around me becomes, you know? Right. And so I try to be as open as possible.
Yeah, it's like the less you have to hide. Yeah. It's all out there anyway.
You don't need to have any secrets.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, this is going to be our last question. You know, you just finished 1.5. You gifted that to us. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
But I want to think about part 2. Like, how do you approach songwriting now that so much in your life has changed?
Well, I think we have it. I think we have the album. I think it's done. I had like a couple more camps we went to, and I think I just got to kind of put it together and, you know, I think we're shooting for like around the fall maybe to release it, but I don't know. There's always so many moving parts now and opinions, but I think we have it. And I think this it's going to be a lot more of my journey of healing versus my journey of being in absolute turmoil, you know, like the first one was. So there's a whole lot of learning, you know, that I've done and unlearning that I've done. And I think that's going to come true into the music. And I think hopefully it's, you know, you can get out of any situation. It's never too late to get out of it. And I think a lot of that's going to be We're actually playing a song I think might be the next single. It's called Bad Dreams, and we're debuting it today to see if people like it. So
I'm pretty sure they will, because I'm
Hopefully.
sure they were looking for you in that, and they're like, wait, but Teddy, how do we get to the next part? So like
Yeah,
this
we're
might
here,
be able
baby.
to get them through that next stage. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Have so
you.
much fun out there. I
I
can't wait.
sure will.